G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a slightly different video. In this video I've got a lot of lead from metal detecting, a lot of lead sinkers, lead weights and all that sort of stuff, so I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Obviously a lot of people melt it down and make dive weights out of it, so I'm going to try that. We're going to try that on this video. I'll show you what I've got here to do it. Yeah, so there's my setup. So we've got a cooker. I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use this old pot, but I am going to use a big dog tin full of lead. I'm going to put it on there. Hopefully that's going to be hot enough, because obviously the tin doesn't sit there properly. Otherwise I'll have to get a little steel thing to sit on. But I was just going to put it in that, put it on that. I don't know if that's going to heat up enough, but we'll check it out. I've got a dive weight here. This is the thing I'm going to copy, and I'm going to try and do it in sand. So I've got a pot of sand, and I'll make it all nice and smooth, and I'll try and get an impression, pushing it in. Just put it on there, and I'll try and get an impression, and we'll see how we go. Rightio, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to push it in with my hands. I've got a little rubber mallet. I might be able to knock it in just gently. Oh yeah, it's going in. I don't think the middle bits. Yeah, so the other thing is I'm going to need to try and get it out now without wrecking the mould. So I want it level with the, I want it level, and I don't want it to move and wreck the mould as I pull it out. Now it hasn't actually filled up this middle bit yet, so I'll try and, yeah, shit, how do I get that out? Alright, so the other tools I've got, needle nose pliers. So I can't grab it with my hands. I'm a bit worried about this because it hasn't fully come through, but what I'll do is I'll grab this, try and grab it. No. As I'm seeing, the sand's stuck in the middle here, so it's not actually staying put. Anyway, I'll work on that, see if we can get. Shouldn't just be stingy and buy a bloody mould. There guys, change of plan. What I've done is I've found a bit of mesh here so I can sit the can right on top. She's starting to smoke now. Oh, something's catching on fire. Shit. That's not good. Well, it just might be the coating on this wire. Anyway, we're going to heat it straight up in the can here. I'll squeeze it so it's got a point. Now what I've done here is I've had trouble trying to get the middle part, the spaces, because it always comes out with the mould. So what I've done is I've found this foam. Hopefully the lead won't burn it, but ooh, we've got fire. We've got fire. But anyway, I'll test it first with this bit of foam. I'll put it in the hot lead and see if it doesn't set it on fire. If it does, I'll have to redo it some other way. Ooh, sugars. I'll put this on. Talk about dodgy. Okay, so the only sticking point to this will be using the foam in there. If not, I may have to make something of. She's starting to smoke. Hope she doesn't blow up on me. I'm not going to use this pot, that'll destroy the pot. So hopefully we've got that there, as long as it's even, I suppose. Get the sand up so that it's even. Yep, don't want to knock it over. Anyway, we'll see how the first one goes. If it doesn't melt the foam. Oh, she's smoking. Come on. Hope this wire's alright. And I hope the tin lasts too. It's a dog food tin. Figured I need something that I can hold in a hand and pour. I don't know what the melting point of lead is, if anyone knows. Oh, I could probably just look it up actually. But hopefully it won't take too long. Well, we'll see. See what happens. Alright, so we've got a little bit of action going on. So I can start to see the bottom pieces of lead starting to melt. Biggest question will be, will those two pieces of foam be strong enough to withhold the hot lead? But I don't know, I might have to make some wood, get some wood pieces to make for the middle, because I'm really not having much luck with the sand. The sand isn't staying in the model, in the weight. The sand just comes out, so you probably can't do that, or it has to be wet as, and I wouldn't like to be putting hot lead into wet sand. Okay, so down at the bottom she's starting to get a bit glistening, so she's starting to melt. Jesus Christ, it's taking a while. Anyway, we'll wait and see. Hopefully she'll start melting soon. Alright, it's taken a while, but she's starting to melt. Probably take another 15 minutes, I suppose. We're still set up, still got those set up. I had to gin around with them a little bit because one of them fell over, but fingers crossed the foam won't burn. Probably will, but anyway. Alright, so we've got it. I'll just clean a little bit of that stuff off the top, and then we'll pour it. See if I put this foam in and it didn't catch on fire, so I'm hoping if we do it and do it quickly and it sets, hopefully it won't burn the foam out. I am making some more middle bits. I've sort of measured up the right, just got to staple it all together, and then I'll stick those in instead of the foam next time. Stick that in the sand, and hopefully that'll hold a bit better than the foam. The foam's a bit wishy-washy. Anyway, let's see what happens. Right, let's see if we can film this. Hopefully I won't wreck it. Shit. She's burning my fingers, that's for sure. Whoa, that is hot. Hopefully that foam is going to hold. It's going to melt it. It's cooking it. Come on, set. I should have used wood. Oh, it's sinking. It's sinking, oh no. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, hold up. This is dodgy. This is as dodgy as you can ever get. So yeah, probably going to need to use wood. Solid. Oh, they're holding just. Is that even trying? I wonder how long it takes to harden up. Come on, baby. I have a feeling that the lead is probably seeping through this foam. So anyway, doesn't matter. And I tell you, I'm wearing welder's gloves, and that can was fucking hot. She was starting to get hot. Yeah, I think the foam's not a good choice, obviously. Duh. It's probably just gonna seep all through the foam and then just close up anyway. But we'll see. I'll make these, we'll see what it turns out like. Alright guys, moment of truth. Did this foam work? Probably think it is. So the lead itself is cool. I don't know what it looks like under the sand. Hopefully it will come out. Ooh, it's pretty warm. Oh yeah. Oh shit, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Don't think, oh, yep. Foam fail. But what I can do is, hopefully, okay, she looks a bit rough. She looks a bit rough from the sand. But what I can do is get a screwdriver and hopefully chip that out. Chip that out to give me the things, but it's ugly, but anyway, we'll check it out. Alright, so I've got it set up now for another one, and we'll have a go at that. I've made the print. I've put the 2 bits of wood in, but I've also used a paintbrush to smooth off all the inside of the shape so that it's nice and even, hopefully, fingers crossed. Righto, we're going to melt down some more lead, and all that crap is what came out of the lead, the first lot of lead, so there must have been some rubbish in that lead. Anyway, let's melt down another one. The actual first one I made didn't go too bad. It's a little bit rough on the sand side, like roughness wise, it's not smooth, but the foam, obviously, yeah, you guys probably wouldn't have used foam. I only used it because it was the right width and the right thickness, but no good because it did melt in the middle and the lead got into the middle. So hopefully the wood will be good and she'll give me a space, but really I just need to chip that out with a screwdriver, clean it out, get the lead out that's in there. There's a little bit of lead stuck on the foam, but all in all, it still worked all right. If you don't have one of the moulds, and you've just got the gear like the cooker, little tin. I use a dog food tin. I'm not using the pot because I don't want to wreck the pot. And yeah, basically some sand in a pot. It's not a big pot, so it's not very big. It's about as big as my hand. So yeah, anyway, we'll pour this one. I'll start melting the lead. Righto guys, so here's the second one, just ready to pour. I've melted it down. I'm actually going to use a rag around the tin this time because it was pretty bloody hot last time. Righto, here we go. Hopefully this wood will hold. Filling up. Have we got enough? Oh, I really wanted to come up a bit higher. Didn't have enough lead, that's alright. That's alright, we got a pretty good pour there. And hopefully that wood will just pop out when she's set, hopefully. Okay, so we've got this here. Let's check out and see if it's going to come out of the wood. The wood's going to come out of the... So there we have it. It's a little bit warm still. I'll just leave it for a bit longer and we'll see if we can get that out. So basically all I'm doing, guys, you got your little camp cooker, I've got a dog tin. That's just a dog tin where I melt it. Pretty much you can throw it out when you've used it. I've got a few gas canisters there. I was going to use that pan, but no, don't want to wreck it. And all I'm using is this sand. I'm trying to make a good indent. Use the rubber mallet to push the dive weight in. So the dive weight's here. That's the one I've been using, as you can see, but the sand doesn't hold up here. Now I have used wood. I have used wood on this, and I'm hoping I can rubber mallet them out and just belt them out. And then you've got your dive weight. It in the sand, it's not as smooth on this side, obviously, because it's on the sand, but who cares? I didn't want to go and buy a dive mould I wanted to do it today, and therefore I used sand, just something different. Probably, I've got the grinder out, guys. I'm trying to fix this one up. Obviously, you know, the first one I used bloody foam, and that was a stupid idea, but it was the right size and thickness. I was just hoping the lead, anyway, the lead gets friggin' hot. But that's a dive weight. She's a little bit bowed, but it'll sit on your hip better. It'll have a bit of shape to it. Anyway, I'll clean that up over time and just grind off all that excess shit. Hopefully this one, hopefully I'll be able to get that wood out. Rightio guys, so I did manage to get these out with not much trouble. One of them stayed together for me, so I'll reuse that. This one broke as I was wiggling it out, but we've got the weight. Now it's a little bit dodgy on top there, so I don't, but we got the gaps in it, we got the weight. It's probably about 1.5 kilo, I suppose. It looks a bit ugly, but that's the sand pattern in it. Not much I can do about that unless I maybe try it with aluminium foil. I might even try that actually, and just push the dive weight into the foil on the sand. But you can't really do that even. Oh, you have to put some holes in it to put the wood through. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not really going to stress too much about whether it looks a bit shitty. Probably just buy a mould. That'd be probably the best thing to do. Then I can make nicer looking ones. Alright guys, I've got another. Oh, it's gone out. I better change the gas thing. But we got one more load of crap in there. Now I'm doing something different on this one. I've actually made a print with this one into aluminium foil. Now I've got it set. All I need to do is make 2 cuts in there so I can put these wood in again, stand it up, and I'm hoping, well, it looks like there's sand marks there. I was just hoping for a smoother finish on top than the other one, but we'll see how this goes with a bit of aluminium foil. Rightio, so we've got the last one I'm going to do today, and it's sort of melting. Now when you do melt the sinkers, you get a whole heap of crap and rubbish on top, like this stuff. It's all dry crap. So I just put it in a little plate, and then you can see that the last of it's nice and shiny, all the shiny lead. So I just sort of scrape all this out. Oh, that's hot. I'll try and just mix. Oh damn, that's hot. Should put. Oh shit, I'm dripping it everywhere. Probably put a glove on and give it a good stir, and then we'll pour it. I got the mould sitting here ready, waiting to go, and we'll pour it. Rightio guys, here we go. I'm going to pour this last one. I can do it quickly. Grab hold of this. It's pretty heavy. Okay, here we go. Keep going up. Oh shit. There's a bit of crap on it. Oh, okay. I'll just keep it there like that. That'll do. I think that's big enough. Oh, I can smell the wood. The wood's burning. Shit. Okay. We'll just see. Oh, it's gone a bit into the corner here. A bit out of shape anyway. We'll see what the aluminium foil turns out like. Rightio. So we've got the last one that I was picking it up, and it was actually coming off not too bad. So we just peel that off. Oh, might have a bit of trouble with that. Oh, that's a bit hot. Well, I'll go and soak it. I'll go and soak it in the water. Rightio. So let's have a look at this last one that I did. So it's a little bit uneven here. I've got to grind this middle bit off. Looks like it went a bit yucky because the middle bit of alfoil wasn't really there, because when I put the holes in and put the wood through, she didn't really hold together. But I'll get that wood out. It's a good weight size actually. It's a nice heavy one, so it might be 2 kilos this one. And I'll just grind this top bit off a bit flatter and we'll have a look what she turns out like. And I've got a sharp corner bit. That was because the alfoil sort of shaped at the corner and the lead run into that shape. Anyway, we'll clean it up and see what she looks like. Rightio guys, well we've done three dive weights, and pretty much just at home. Haven't really done it before, so I had to sort of put together or do things a little bit dodgy. Didn't have a proper mould either, so mate Paul, he suggested using sand, which does work. It just doesn't give you that smooth finish on the weight itself. So let's have a look at what they look like. Now they're not the best, but this is the mould that I was using of the weight that I've got. First one, pretty dodgy. I used that foam. That was a ridiculous idea. So I've still got to cut and grind these 2 holes at the top of it, and it is a bit bowed. It's a good weight though. It's a good weight, that one. This is the second one. Just got a lot of sand. Just the sand is patterned in on it, but the wood worked. Turned out reasonable. I can wear them. And this is the last one. Now that's a little bit thicker. Trying to get it to look like this one. Had a little bit of glob here that I'm just going to grind down a bit more, and that's it. Definitely works. And I've got extra weights now. Not that I need extra weight, but I might actually try and make a few big ones, just so that I only have 3 or 4 on the weight belt, because at the moment I've got 8. I think they're about 1.5 kilos maybe each. I've got 8 because with the 7mm wetsuit you float like a friggin' cork. Righto guys, well that's me done for the day. I've learnt a little bit on how to make the dive weights. Probably should just invest in a proper mould. Probably cost about $20 or $30 on eBay. Should get one. Maybe they'll look better. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this little Dodgy Brothers video on how to make dive weights. And if you haven't got a mould, use sand. It does work. Okay guys, I'm Chris, Indoors Outdoors with Edgy. See you on the next hunt.